Welcome to the DreamHack Open Caffeine Overtime Show. This is the show where we get a little more intimate with our champions, Mousesports. We're hopefully going to be testing out Carrigan's staring skills. We're going to be putting your questions from Caffeine Chat to the team, our champions, and hopefully I might actually get to open this bottle of champagne so that you can see what's coming up. We've also got a CSGO quiz challenge, so I'm going to be putting my expert guests to the test, and we have a lovely little audience here in Tours as well, so maybe they'll be answering some of the questions too. My name is Frankie Ward, and I have Harry, we've got Potter, and we've got Hugo on the end. How are you doing over there? You're a long way away from me.
I'm doing great, thank you.
You had a good time?
You said my name with a bit of disdain. I'm personally offended.
I didn't, it's just that if we were to be on teams right now, I'd have to be on Team Harry, because otherwise it would be awkward.
That's fine, we've got the winning team over
I
here.
hate to say it, but
Team
you're on the
Hugo
losing team.
Really?
Yeah, that you've really messed up.
The thing is, they would beat us in Wingman.
We would. We absolutely would. 100%.
Whoever's playing with Potter is going to win in Wingman.
So we're going to wheel out the PCs and really settle this up on the stage?
I think we should do that, maybe on the next overtime show. But
Yeah,
look, it's a couple of silver ones here. What can we say? I mean, I'm being really nice about myself, but even calling myself a silver one. Now, what was it like for you casting this weekend, Harry?
I mean, honestly, it was pretty great. Like, we got pretty blessed by getting a lot of the French matchups, I'll be honest. It meant that the crowd was just packed out. And as well as that, like, the tournament shaped up to kind of go the perfect route, right? I mean, maybe the semi-finals, it would have been better to see like a G2 in terms of the fan turnout, in terms of like the two Titans. But Valiant's played like really well, and that was interesting to see. And we got to see this new Mousesports squad, which I thought was great.
Now, we've got to ask questions of each other and of the teams all weekend, but we want you guys to put in your questions for Mousesports now. All you need to do is type them into the Caffeine Chat, and you could be having a tete-a-tete with Carrigan. So get writing your questions now, and we'll put the best ones to the team. And the team themselves are ready. So please, everyone in Tours and on this little stage, let's welcome Mousesports. Yay. Ooh. And also, I'm sorry, I'm just applauding this. I finally get to open the champagne. I'm just chucking it on the floor everywhere. I'm a trip hazard. Mousesports, if you would like to sit on the stage, because you're champion, you deserve nothing but the best. Yep.
Please,
They used the game
glasses.
Woo!
Harry, can
Nice.
you hand
It's
glasses
all right, I
to
didn't kill anyone in the audience, so that's life.
Righty,
that's
yeah,
living.
this is
Okay.
for you
You're
guys.
16.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
Do you
the
wanna
drinking
drink,
age in
Crops?
France?
You don't drink?
I don't drink.
That's fair
No,
enough.
okay, and also,
Here,
no, we
I got your
cannot, we got
juice.
orange juice. We have got orange juice.
You're welcome.
So who would like some? Would you like some,
You want
Chris?
orange
Yeah.
juice?
I knew that Chris is going to want some. I just knew.
Here you are.
Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh,
Bit more, please. A bit more.
That was
more.
a
Orange
bit of a
juice?
jump
No?
scare.
Yeah.
Throw it in for good
yeah, is
measure.
that okay? Awesome, I'm sure there'll be, oh, Regin, the coach, he wants some. All right.
Is this the expensive stuff, Frankie?
I don't actually know, but just close your eyes and pretend it is.
Okay.
Any more from Mousesports?
Oh, no.
No, we're happy with our orange juice,
Mine will be
okay. Here we go. Hazza,
Yeah.
get your glass up.
Yeah, no, I've been waiting all week for this. This is
Have you
the real highlight.
Look,
This is the nicest date Hugo's ever taken me
hang
on,
on a
by
second,
the way.
I'm trying not to get in the way of the camera. Now, while I pour this champagne, what I want to do is actually give these guys the opportunity to talk to Mousesports, because it's normally me doing the interviews. So have any of you guys got any burning questions for the Mousesports boys?
Carrigan, how long can you stare without blinking?
I guess you have to know, right?
Is that a challenge?
No, I don't know.
I've
Just
been
the
waiting for this
cameras.
challenge. I feel
just
like
see
that's
the
fighting
camera
talk.
and I just see a lens, and that's all I see, the universe in front of me.
Wow, that's really emotional.
That's deep.
Should we put this to the test? Can we do a stare-off?
Harry can
I
do
think
it.
lost
Harry,
this
Harry
morning.
volunteered.
No, so I tell you what, I was totally down to do it, but I feel like me and Finn trying to maintain eye contact at this close of a distance is a little too intimate for me.
He's scared.
I
Finn is not
I
scared.
think Hugo or maybe Potter could
I can't
rival
win.
this.
And I know he can't win. In
Oh.
the car this
So
morning, it
there's-
was not
okay, I'm willing to
impressive.
put this to the test.
Okay,
now.
there we go.
Okay.
Right, you've questioned his masculinity, and
Not
now
how-
he's ready.
There's nothing that gets me going more like a good old staring contest.
Okay,
Let's go.
right, you know what we might need to do? I think, Potter, you might need to step out. I think, Finn, if you want to
Okay,
join...
you sit
on
here
stage.
and do the
Wait,
do the
are we making it
contest.
this intimate?
What's happening
Yeah,
here?
we are.
Staring
we are.
contest.
We're making
No,
this
no,
happen.
it's too much pressure. This is the
Yeah,
major.
yeah, I thought so.
I don't handle majors good.
Nah.
I'm sorry, hang on a second. You handled the pressure incredibly well today, Carrigan.
It's the minor, not the major.
Fine, okay. But all I'm saying is you need the practice, and you always had the opportunity to do it today. And if you don't get through to the major, it's your own fault.
Okay, unlucky.
Did we
No.
cheers? Did we
We
cheers
should
to their
cheers.
victory?
We should cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, let's
We should
cheers to the
cheers.
victory. Congrats,
Cheers.
guys.
Cheers,
Cheers,
guys.
Chris.
Mental clink, clink.
Cheers!
Yes! Now, if we could pass the microphone, Rox, would you mind passing it to Voxic? No pressure, Voxic, because we
It's
haven't
on?
got to do the interview. It is on. We haven't got to do one of these interviews. I know that you've described your relationship with Carrigan as like a big/little brother relationship. So what was it like for you when you were officially invited to the team by him?
You know what? I didn't hear at all. From here, I'm not hearing
It's okay, okay. Basically, this guy asked you to come to Mouse.
it. Yes.
What was that like for you?
I was waiting, like not from him, but from some bigger team. I was waiting this offer, so I was working hard, and after he contacted with me, and I was just happy, you know, like when you are hearing Mouse gonna create a new team, and I can be part of the team. So I was feeling so good, of course.
And you were with a CIS team for quite a while, so what's it like now being on a mixed European roster?
I didn't hear still.
That's okay, don't worry, Roxic, because I think we've
can't
got a
hear, I'm
question
so
from the
far.
audience.
That's
We've
what
got a
that-
question from the audience, so we're going to hear that right now. It comes directly from Caffeine Chat. Chris J. Hang on, he's being masked by me. Chris J, if you could get the microphone from Carrigan, please.
He's already done drinking, so it's fine.
Just down the
Are
glass.
we
Yeah, you need to
going-
refill me first.
I will, as long as you answer this question. All right,
Okay,
this
sure.
is my
Can you
stage.
pour him
Right.
another glass?
Will we see the beanie again, Chris J?
Not until I get bald, I think. I like my hair right now,
Really
so
fill it
no
up
beanie.
for him.
So in other words, you're not proud. You are proud of showing it off.
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay. And actually, you know what? Can we pass the microphone down to Robin, please? Because I have a
Don't do it.
clothing-related question. Rox, where's the chain gone, mate?
Those are old times.
They were
I
old
got-
times. They disappeared with Sunny.
Me and Sunny got too gangster. I decided to end it.
Now, the future. We've just mentioned the past. Let's talk about the future, boys. You've obviously got Montpellier, you've got Pro League coming up, you've got Dallas in a week and a half. What is the plan? Are you going to win both? You haven't got Dallas. I'm sorry, I've been saying all weekend that you're going to Dallas. That is absolutely my bad, and it's fine. But you have got Pro League.
Invite us, please.
Like maybe someone will drop out, you never know. But you have got Pro League. You sailed straight through to the finals in Montpellier. What is your expectations for that event?
Well, we are working extremely hard, so I think we're definitely going to the playoffs. I think even a final appearance could be possible, and could win it.
I love that confidence. And Chris J, the major was mentioned by Carrigan earlier. That EU minor is going to be absolutely stacked. But do you think you've got the edge on the other teams?
I think so. I think the teams here were similar to many of the teams at the minor. There's a few teams there that are higher ranked, so it's going to be difficult. But I think the team is in a way better mental state than the previous Mousesports team was when we bombed out of the last minor. So I think we can do it this time.
Well, I love those words. I love some confidence. Thank you so much, Mousesports. Is there anything you would like to say to your fans? Because actually, a few of them have waited here for you today. And obviously, you've got lots watching online as well.
Yeah, thank you for your support. I mean, we're glad you're still with us. I hope we're going to show even better performance in the future.
We know it. Thank you so much, Mousesports. I'm just going to wait to see if we've got any more questions from Caffeine Chat. We're good. You're clear. I've just been told you're clear. Chris J, though, I did promise you a top-up.
Yeah, you did. I almost
I
forgot
did.
about it. Oh, yeah, I'm good already. I didn't realize.
Okay, I'll top up, Reggie. You know what, actually, but just I'm going to top you up before you go. What was interesting to me watching you guys in the final was sometimes when you call a timeout, you don't speak. It's all about Carrigan.
Yeah, he has out.
He speaks sometimes, but sometimes speaks too much, so I have to tell him to shut up. Because I'm about to say something, but he comes with good input, and that's really important, especially if I'm in a period I can't see what's happening and what's the best move to do. So he comes with a good idea, and then I say yes or no, and basically that's how we do it. Or yes or no or shut up. There's 2 options.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today, Mousesports. I'm going to let you guys take this with you, because even though I wanted to open it all weekend, there's no one I can think of who deserves it more than Mr. Chris J. It just goes really well with the little chain. He downsized after Sonny left.
Champagne J.
Thank you so much, boys.
Hey, congratulations again, guys.
Thank you.
You're free. You're free. I mean, you can
basically
photo
tell us to
from
go.
us in the back if you want.
Basically tell us to go. Okay, then.
Regin's after my job.
Do
That's
it.
going to be the loudest.
Yeah,
noise.
I'm like, do it.
good idea in like videos, but bad idea for real.
You know what? Thank you so much,
Keep
Mousesports.
it.
Congratulations.
You're a champion now.
Yeah,
You're a
see you
champion,
in a bit,
Frozen.
man.
Keep it.
Now, we did mention it a little bit at the start of the pre-show for the grand final earlier, the French CSGO scene. And I know that there are some experts and some players who are going to talk to us a little bit, or at least they're going to talk to you through the medium of a VT, aka a video, about, oh, I heard something sacred. Oh, here we go. Let's find out more about the French CSGO scene. We're going to talk about it first. My apologies. There are always shuffles in the French scene going on. This Baguette, he actually played in several majors. He didn't find himself a new team, unfortunately, but him and Smiths are currently having conversations. They might be opening a chapter of the French Old Guys Club. They're just waiting for Kirishima.
I love a baguette. What can I say?
So the
I gotta
French
say,
teams.
I appreciate this playlist. The music at DreamHack Opens are always so good.
They
It
really
matches
are.
the mood perfectly.
Some of the song titles really amuse me because I'm really bad at French, but I'm trying. One's called Loin de Paris, which means far from Paris.
Wonder Paris.
So near and yet so far to the trophy. That's probably a song for Valiance. Now, the French scene. Hugo, thoughts on the French scene? Do you think we're going to see a resurgence, a renaissance?
I hope so. I really don't know what's going to happen with G2, like in the long run. That's a question, obviously. Amanek's been really good. He was a great pickup, clearly, and you know, G2 just slipping below Valiant in the semi-finals, but I think they can bounce back.
And what about you, Harry?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know like what to say about this G2 squad. Like, I'll be honest, I was expecting a lot more from them at this event, right? This is one that really they should have been in the grand finals. You know, we know that. I feel like the fans here, they were just as disappointed, you know? So it's an interesting, I do think, you know, since bringing Amanek in, since adding Jackson Lucky as well, they have like a much better squad. Maybe it's just a case of, you know, like needing to find their footing or something along those lines. But I feel like, you know, struggling to win a DreamHack Open, or at least get to the finals, right? Not to discredit the win that Valiant's got, because they did play fantastically. But, you know, I feel like if you're looking to kind of set a benchmark, set a standard, this wasn't really the message they wanted to send.
Now, Potter, I want to ask you this because you're part of the NA scene. You're a queen of the NA scene yourself. Ue Kirishima, now he's left Cloud9. Do we know where he's gone?
I don't know, but Kiyoshima is one of those gems in the French scene, I suppose. His English is almost just as good as probably his French is, so I think he's probably got a lot of options coming his way, maybe right after the major perhaps, or probably right after. But I wouldn't see him going back to a French team. I don't think any of the French guys like him.
Well,
That's what I heard. I mean, he's known as the problem.
Look, I love the tea. I'm loving the shade even more, Potter. I teased it earlier, but now we're going to see a delightful video about the French scene and the player shuffles we've been witnessing recently.
Oh, that's fast.
You start scrambling and not winning events, have bad results. Obviously, you're gonna pick like the players.
Well, we sped through that.
Yeah,
Great video.
there we go. Hope you all enjoyed it. And that's
Crazy. You know, very fast. A bit like that final, to be honest. Mousesports, they like to play things fast. They like to control mid and just let their enemies just run into
I
them.
think it was really like some secret shade, right? Like, yeah, there's been no important shuffles in the French scene, but done.
Exactement.
Yeah.
Exactement. What about the German scene? No, that is another overtime show for another time. Maybe the Berlin Major. Maybe we'll get to rock up there with the Caffeine overtime show. Get big on the stage if they win the major.
I think you mean when, obviously.
When?
Yeah.
When?
It's fine.
When they
Slip
win
of
the
tongue,
major.
slip of
Now,
the tongue.
look, I might be challenged in the brain and hair department today because, let's face it, it's been a long weekend. But I need to see if your brains are all firing on cylinders, on all cylinders now, because it's time for the CSGO challenge. I feel like we should have a sting there, so I'm just going to do one. In France, it's illegal to A, leave cheese unattended, B, name your pig Napoleon, or C, strike when unemployed.
How is this a CSGO challenge?
Oh, you need to shout your name if you're unemployed, and do not question the quizmaster, Potter, otherwise I'll take a point away from you, okay? When you know the answer, shout your name.
Potter.
Okay, Potter.
B, name your pig Napoleon.
That is correct.
Correct.
I just chose the most ridiculous one, and I happen to be correct. Okay.
well, there you go. Voila. Question
is that actually a thing?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Question number 2.
I love it.
When did it become legal for women to wear, I'm going to translate this into English, trousers in France? A, 1923, B, 1978, or C, 2013? Shout your name if you know the answer. Hugo.
I'm going to try and... I'm going to say A. I hope it's A. Otherwise, that's a little bit...
Surely
it was C.
Surely it's B.
If you get it wrong, I am allowed to whack you over the head with a baguette, but it's apparently against hygiene. So actually, to be honest, you came in with the right answer, Harry, so I'm going to give you that.
There we go. Nailed it, didn't I?
You were joking. You were joking.
No, I have a very in-depth knowledge of female genes. That sounds awful now that I've said it out loud.
With the G or the J?
Yeah, with a G, yeah.
With the G,
yeah,
okay,
that's the
I like
one.
that.
Harriet here is full of female genes. That's what I always say.
Look, we're made up of some of the same genes. You were born a woman, and then you became a boy in the womb.
I like to
We're
think
all
I
born
was...
women, technically. Now, how many
really?
baguettes are eaten by the French every second?
Hugo knows this one.
I have no idea.
Hugo can eat one in a second, so it's got to be quite a high number.
really small
There's no multiple choice, so like...
That's not very fair.
Yeah, Hugo,
it means
go
you
on.
all get to estimate, though.
Okay, Hugo. 763.
Okay.
Oh.
Whoa, that's a good number. 322.
7.
The answer is 320. Who's had access to my computer?
Wait, are you serious?
No, I'm serious.
I swear that was a random guess. I just took half of his guess and assumed Jeopardy rules. I
Guys,
actually lost if it's Jeopardy
We're
rules.
missing facts here. Half a baguette eaten on average per person per day in France, and 10 billion total consumed a year.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's a lot of
you're
baguettes.
French. That is a lot of baguettes.
That is a lot of
Bocop
baguettes.
Day baguettes.
It is the premium bread choice, so I can totally get behind that.
Yeah.
The sliced stuff, get rid of it.
Look,
It's all about a big old baguette.
I love a baguette, but I'm a bagel woman. Let's say no more about it. Now,
Wrong.
who was the first French team to win a CSGO major? 2014.
LDLC.
Hang on, you didn't say your name?
Oh, Potter.
There we go, thank you very much.
Potter.
Yes,
LDLC.
LDLC.com, yes. And they were, you know what, I'm going to give a bonus point if you can name the players on that roster.
Potter. Kiyoshima, Shocks, Kenny S. Smiths.
Incorrect.
Oh, how did I forget about
No, we could
Sad?
do that. Go on then, Hugo.
Happy. Oh, I was filling in the blanks.
Okay, go on. Start from scratch.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So Kiyoshima.
Shocks, Happy, Kiyoshima, MBK. Kenny?
No.
Oh.
It's not Kenny, it's Smiths. I'm just going to ease your pain. Okay, and
4 out
the
of 5.
second team from France to win a CSGO major.
Envy. Hugo, Envy.
There we go. Okay, right, now name the players for an extra point.
Kenny, Apex, Shocks. I feel like I'm already wrong. Kenny, Apex, Shocks, MBK, Kyo. Not Kyo.
No,
not
no.
Kyo. Not Kyo.
Didn't you
Smiths.
Smiths. Why do I always
No,
forget Smiths?
and it's literally on screen right now. Do you know, Harry?
I
Even though I
was
just
right.
told
It
you it's
was
on
Kyo.
screen.
Oh, that
Don't
was
question me,
Kyo.
Potter.
Oh,
Don't question
the
me.
sabotage.
Look, I'm just going to tell you, it's Happy, MBK, Kiyoshima, Kenny S, and FX.
Okay, so Happy. Wait, yeah, I said Happy.
So in other words,
you
the team
butchered
most
most of
likely
it,
to win a
actually,
major
Close
against
enough, mate. Close
Vitality.
enough. I'll take it.
Basically. So Vitality, all eyes are on you in France for the major in Berlin because, yeah, MBK, we've got obviously Apex as well, and they've got Zywoo. I know he's never won a major, but if he doesn't win a major in his career, I'll be very, very surprised. He just might need to leave the French scene to do it. I am aware that we're in France and I've got a French team watching me. The French players are incredibly good. I just want to see them team up.
Yeah,
With some of the British.
Backtracking pretty quick here, Frankie.
I mean,
Backtracking,
France,
yeah.
what a scene, you know, major shoo-ins.
Just team up with us, all right? Don't resist Smooya, he needs a team. Now, we have got to get to my favorite part of the show, and I probably am gonna make this, aren't I? It's the top 5 fails of the tournament. Look at me, I'm a contender right now. Let's take a look. Number 5. It's on Mirage.
Oh, this was
no.
such a feels bad, man.
Oh.
You know, those shots, though, in the back of the head, those are the hardest to hit.
Oh, definitely.
If he goes for bursts, he loses as well.
Yeah,
like, his
exactly.
spray is his best.
Okay,
choice.
no, this one is just flat BS. Like, that is dead on. I don't care what anyone says, because that should have been a kill. I have no
I was
doubt
talking
in my
about
mind.
just a few weeks ago, there was that bug where it reduced your accuracy
the
when you're
crouching
crouching.
accuracy,
Yeah, that looked like that.
No, it definitely did. That's what I thought it was.
What's this? Oh, is he just...
I remember watching this. He
missed
misses
like 4 shots in
everything.
a row.
Nexa.
No, it's Frozen.
This is Frozen.
Oh, is that Frozen?
Yeah.
Not an AWPer.
You know, I think it was just because I was like, Nexa came in and took the kill. That's why I was like, oh, Nexa.
Oh, no, the triple boost.
You know, we were trying to figure out if he didn't see this player
No,
or if he's not trying to fall.
So, yeah, if you look to the left, you're going to start sliding. You see he's moving to the left now while he's looking to the left, so that's why you got to look into the wall. And I think he was just waiting until the right time.
Right.
It's just God, of course.
Here it is, the Carrigan clip.
The Deeg and the knife switch.
So for the explanation of that, the Deagle takes a 1.5 seconds to reset full accuracy after he jumps. So Carrigan jumps onto the ledge, and at that point he shoots maybe a second later, you know.
How did he know that?
You can't count on that. It's unfair.
Unlucky.
And uncharacteristics, and I don't want to say arrogance because I sound really mean, but he thought he had it and then he switched to the knife. He should know better.
Yeah,
He's a Deeg master.
You can't blame him.
I mean, when your gun is in the back of someone's head, that's kind of a shot you don't imagine you're going to miss. Like, you know, he's effectively like on all, you know, like begging for his life at that point, and somehow Carrigan, you know, the shot just doesn't. It's like the gun misfired. That's what it felt like watching it. So I don't really know if that was on Carrigan in any way, shape, or form.
Now,
He got CSGO'd.
He did get CSGO. Now, we've seen the top 5 fails of the tournament, but let's take a look at some of our favorite things from social media this weekend. Mousesports. Apparently, they deleted it now.
I mean, Mousesports, yeah, you know, they picked up snacks though. Do you remember that? It's not all good. Some of it's bad.
We don't talk about Star Series 6 when it comes to Mousesports. We just don't. It wasn't a happy time. It was really not a happy time. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? I'm excited for Neo joining FaZe. I'm not going to agree
we don't
with that.
actually know how good he's going to be yet. So
Here we go. This is your opportunity to stare off with Carrigan.
Go, Hugo.
I'm okay. It's, you know, we'll do it later. We'll do it later behind
see, maybe I
closed
should
doors.
cut down my glasses on, but it looks like he's wearing mascara there, doesn't it?
I was complimenting his skin, I remember. And the cameraman lost!
Yeah, cameraman lost.
Dream-
I can't believe he just gave up like that, though.
DreamHack
Come on,
cameramen are
cameraman.
always the best, though. Do you remember that one DreamHack event where someone was going for the fist bump and they missed? And
Yes,
they were like,
that
they were
was
waiting for
good.
like 10 seconds and the cameraman just, they're always ready.
Those good
DreamHack.
times.
I was interested actually earlier because Carrigan. The cameraman.
There it is.
Yes, we get it. I love how in the final, the cameraman went up to.
He's
To be fair, he deserves them. He's been carrying that on his back all weekend.
Well, I always think to fist bump with a camera, they weigh quite a bit. Like that's some upper body strength right there.
It's like the esports equivalent of Thor's hammer. It's just the camera on someone's shoulder. The only thing is that if you call it, it doesn't necessarily come, unless you're the producer. Now, the next one. Oh, here we go.
The guy made a Twitter account just to reply to
so
that
basically, we've just opened an interview to Nexa, and I've asked him the opening question, I'm about to, and then this man walks across the stage, and he created a Twitter account to explain what happened. So he basically says, bonjour to you, hello to you all, excuse me for this intrusion. I was just looking for Cafe, far from thinking that the show was on air, basically. Coulisses, I think, means wings, so like he basically thought he was walking through the wings of the show and that we weren't broadcasting, even though I really only put this headset on when I absolutely have to because maintenance, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you, Monsieur, for your apologies, but
Honest mistake.
honest mistake, unlike this guy.
You know?
I mean, who would walk across a camera while it's live without realizing? That's what
monster?
I want to
With the
know.
monster
Yeah,
cam?
I mean,
Yeah,
exactly.
who
that
does
would
that?
just be ridiculous.
It could
Yeah.
happen to any of us, Harry.
Yeah.
Any of us.
At any moment's notice.
Yeah.
I have to say, actually, after Valiant's beat G2, Carrigan was at the side of our shot and he kept being like, I was literally, there's one point I think it might be caught in the wide shot. I literally just do that to him. I'm just like, while you and Blair are doing your analysis. Now, thank you so much for joining me. Should we cheers?
Yes.
Let's
Yeah,
cheers
mine's
to each
empty,
other.
but we'll do it.
Cheers, guys.
And
Merci.
also, of course, cheers and merci to our audience here in Tours. Thank you so much for sticking around and forgiving me when I pronounce it Tours instead of Tour. I apologize, je suis désolé. Right. Oh, I just realized I'm on the big screen. That's novel. Hi, Mum. Now, that is all we have time for at the DreamHack Open Caffeine Overtime Show. Of course, though, there's going to be another in future. And do check out caffeine.tv if you haven't already. It's a stellar platform, and DreamHack Opens will be broadcast on it in the future. So do check it out. But for now, we have got to tuck into this amazing spread. You know what? How many macarons can you fit in your mouth, Harry?
Oh.
I
Should we
mean, that's
find
not
out?
a test I've ever done.
Well, we're
Let's
going to
do
do
it.
this
We have to test it now.
But we have to say au revoir, à tous, merci. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next one. Okay. Here we
Bye,
go.
guys.
What's 9 inches in macaroons?